We are just about a month from the official start of Atlantic hurricane season, and looking back on last year, even though Florida didn't receive a direct hit from a tropical system, natural disasters around the country left a deadly and destructive mark with nearly 500 fatalities and $4.8 billion in damage. Now, in an effort to prepare for hazardous weather this year, joining us to go in depth on this subject is Helen Lohman of FEMA. Thank you, Helen, for joining us here today. You know, you and I met about a month ago. We were both on a panel together at the National Hurricane Conference here in Orlando, and that was an opportunity for industry leaders to meet in the off season to look ahead to the upcoming season and talk about planning. What are the key preparedness concepts being addressed this year, Helen?
Well, we're really wanting everyone at the grassroots level to take steps to prepare for any type of incoming disaster. We have America's PreparAthon coming up this Saturday, and America's PreparAthon is really a campaign to get folks at the grassroots level to take certain steps, certain basic steps to prepare for any type of incoming disaster. And for Florida, that does mean hurricanes.
And on April 30th, what specifically can people do? Why is this date so important for preparedness leading into hurricane season?
Well, there's definitely so many things that folks can do, but let me just mention a few. First, we really want people to get weather notifications. So if you have a smartphone or if you have an iPad, some type of tablet, then download the FEMA app. On the FEMA app, it gives you all sorts of tips about how to prepare. It gives you weather notifications. So if a hurricane is coming in, it will alert you that that hurricane's coming in and let you know what you need to do. You know, the other great thing about the FEMA app is it allows you to get notifications for up to 5 different locations. So if you happen to have a child at college, you can get the weather notification for that area as well. Another thing that we really want people to do is to sit down with their family, sit down at dinner, and just have a discussion. Have a plan with your family about what will we do if we need to meet up at a different location. How are we going to contact each other? What are we going to do if we need to evacuate? And then practice that evacuation. You know, once you've done it, it's a lot easier to know what to do later when the emergency really strikes.
Helen, why is it so important for people to be ready before a disaster happens?
Well, it's important because you never know when the disaster is going to strike. And so if you're ready, then when it does strike, the impact is not near as great. You know, some other things that survivors have told us is that they wish that they had put their important documents in a fire and waterproof box or safe of some kind. So things like your insurance paper, a little bit of cash, your marriage license, any type of really important documents, it's important to have those in a safe box or even on the cloud somewhere so that you can get them when that disaster happens.
That's some really good advice. And real quick, we're running out of time, but I do want to ask you, for people who have moved to Central Florida within the past 10 years, they haven't experienced a hurricane, what advice do you have for them?
You know, really, I advise them to get prepared for it. You know it's going to happen. You're in Florida. Go to ready.gov, take a look at all the tips and tools that are on that website, put them into place, and have a plan.
Very good information. Thank you so much, Helen. Of course, with hurricane season just about a month away, we'll be bringing you tropical updates here with Weather on the Ones at 21 and 51 minutes past the hour. As for preparedness tips, we have a lot of information on our website. Go to mynews13.com, click on weather, go to the tropical section, and you'll see plenty of information there. Maureen McCann, News 13.